What's up, Star Gamers? This is your host, Spin Assassin. You've also reached Space Barbarian. One of these days I'll pick a name I want to keep. But today we're talking about Destiny 2, and what I gotta say about it is I got no time for parity. That's the long and the short of it. I was looking forward to Destiny 2. I still am. I might pick it up at some point when I think the price is worth 30 frames per second.
Incoming Covenant.
Because I'm going to have a lot more games that are going to play way better. I think I'd rather play Halo 5 as is on the Xbox One, the current Xbox One, and I would have more fun doing that because it's a better game. Like, that's all you have to say. So the thing that really ticks me off is that Bungie... Now, actually, you know what? I'll go back to Bungie, Destiny 1, and they kind of pissed me off from the start. And I can't find... I wish I could find the pictures that they were putting out. It was totally pro-Sony. And so, if that's the way... If I was going to be, you know, second best to Bungie as being an Xbox fan, well, Bungie and their Destiny game was going to be second best for me. So I took a pass on Destiny because Bungie didn't seem to care about us. And the proof is one of the devs was photographed holding a PS4 high over his head, as in, finally, yeah! Right? And you could tell, even when they were making Halo, there was kind of this very subtle, grumbly attitude of like, oh, sorry, but, you know, it's Microsoft that pays the bills, so we can't really talk shit about them. You know, that kind of attitude, I kind of detected that, and yeah, so what? But once they were free of Microsoft, they really let it all hang out. And that's fine. They're free to do that, but I'm free to ignore them, right? I'm second best to them. Why should I put them on any kind of pedestal? So I took a pass on Destiny, and it still hasn't come down to the price point, free, where I can, you know, justify spending time playing Destiny. I have a huge backlog, as most serious gamers do, especially on Xbox. All this shit that you hear that came from a Sony conference, basically, and they told people, hey, you know, we got games they don't, and they all ran with it like a bunch of zombies. It's totally untrue. We got all the same multiplats. We got even better exclusives. Absolutely. Gears 4 is a Halo? Yeah, you bet. I hope to be playing Halo 67 when I'm 90. Absolutely. Can you imagine how awesome that game would be? And if you don't want to play it, fuck you. Go do something else. Go play your Destiny at 30 frames per second. I don't give a shit. So I knew that Destiny had this anti-Microsoft thing going on, and then the marketing for Destiny proved it. So yeah, do you guys remember? I can't find it on the internet. It's like it's been scrubbed. You cannot find this picture of this Bungie dev holding a PS4 high over his head, as in like, Yahoo, finally it's here. In addition, there's a PS4 in Destiny. There's a building shaped just like a PS4. And everybody knows what that is. That was plastered all over everywhere. And I'm looking at it going, okay, so they put the PS4 as a structure right in the game. Like, it's pretty damn obvious which console they prefer. And Destiny 2, this parody bullshit, fuck off. There's gonna be so many more games, and I could understand, you know, I could understand them not having enough time. Like, people are calling them lazy. I think they're busting their asses. Crunch time at a software developer is pretty hectic. People are not sleeping. People are working overtime. It's I'm not gonna call them lazy, and I could certainly understand of them just wanting to get things up to a standard. Like, you can imagine them saying, okay, we got it up to 4K, okay, which is not going to happen on the Pro, by the way. We got it up to 4K on the Xbox Scorpio and 30 frames per second. They've met the standard. There's other stuff to do. So they go and work on all that other stuff that still needs to be done. So I don't really begrudge them the fact that they're 30 frames per second. At least they're not blaming the Xbox, right? Like we've heard some developers do. That was a huge bungle on their part, if you ask me, because other games can do it. So you're just either highlighting the fact that you don't have the skills or you don't have the engine. But you might also not have the time. So I think Bungie would really do themselves a really good favor if they just said, well, it's 30 frames per second now, but eventually, because eventually it'll be 60 frames per second. And the reason they can say that is because Bungie and Destiny is supposed to be one of these forever games. Destiny 2 was never supposed to happen, but Destiny was so bad that they had to make a sequel.
Round complete.
What's supposed to happen with these MMOs is that they just last forever, and that there's DLC and patches come out forever, right? Just like World of Warcraft, just like EVE Online. If you've ever played any of those PC games, that's how they operate. They just, hooray, it's November, here's your, brand new graphics and brand new gameplay that we've just added. Pay us our monthly fee, or pay to get the DLC, or whatever scheme they've got to make money. They have to make money somehow. So that's fine. Bungie wants to set the standard at PS4, which is far below what Scorpio can do. That's fine. They can do that. If the fans want to accept that, that's fine. But I don't have to accept that. You don't have to accept that. They didn't meet our standards. So we don't have to buy the game. There's going to be Battlefront 2. There's going to be... we're going to be swimming in amazingness. Like, all the games that are going to be coming out, all the multi-platform games that are coming out, there's going to be Shadow of War, there's going to be new Bethesda games. I think Wolfenstein is making a comeback, and, Call of Duty and all these other things. I'm really stoked. I'm pumped. I can't wait to get on Scorpio. And Destiny's going to be an afterthought. I don't see any reason to go and grind on a 30 frames per second game. And you know what? I almost want to say the game is valued $1 per frame per second. So if it's a 30 frame per second game, it's a $30 game. 60 frame per second, $60 game. You can look at it like that. Anyway, that's all I got to say. So, it's too bad. I was looking forward to Destiny 2. Not so much anymore. It's fallen by the wayside. I don't have much faith in it. I'm not against playing it. I will pick it up if the price drops sufficiently. But basically the devs at Bungie, and the attitude at Bungie is that they got no love for Xbox and Xbox fans. And, the feeling's mutual. I don't give a shit. I don't care what happens to you guys. Good luck. And I hope you make a game good enough for me. But if you can't hack it, and if you don't put in the love and the sweat later on, after launch, then I see no reason to pick up the game. So that's all I got to say about that. Please like and subscribe to the channel. I really appreciate that. It'll definitely help bring you more videos and better quality and all that great stuff. And it doesn't hurt at all. It's just a simple click, and I hope you come back. So thanks for joining me, and we'll talk to you next time.